My people, my people, my people. It is finally time. It's finally happening. A part of me was feeling like it weren't going to happen, but it is indeed, it is in fact finally happening. We'll get into that. We're going to talk about what's been tweeted out. We'll go through it real quick, and we'll quickly just skim through the kits of the characters that are coming too. So yeah, let's just switch right over real quick. So to start off, we do have the bi-weekly update. I do like this bi-weekly update when it has good stuff on it anyway, but like, no, the idea of it is good. So on the 7th of March, we're going to be getting Blue Inamaki, and obviously that's one of the characters we're gonna go over, his kit. I've never actually used him, so I just want to say now, I've never used him or Nanami. I've never used either of these two characters that are coming, but on the 7th of March, Inamaki is coming. I have heard good things about him. He does seem to be pretty good. I've seen other content creators use him too, so he does seem to be pretty good. Nanami seems pretty good too. He is coming after the maintenance on March 14th. So just bear that in mind. Inamaki isn't going to leave until the 20th. And Nanami's not going to leave until the 24th. What's next? Okay, so we're going to have Inamaki's event that comes with him on the 7th, which is good. We're going to have the Imaginary Realm with Mahito on the 7th, so that's good. So that's a lot, that's quite a few bit of cubes there for both of them. And we're going to have another Grand Exorcism battle on the 14th after maintenance, so that's going to come with Nanami. But the craziest thing, this is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. This right here. Yep. I can't believe it. I'm sure you guys can't either, but it's finally happening. It's finally happening. Let's read it. Brand new item, Gacha point card, will be introduced March 14th. So after the maintenance, this is what's gonna drop with Nanami. Gacha point card is a new item that can be exchanged using exclusive gacha points obtained during gacha pools. Can be exchanged in the gacha point exchange. The gacha point card obtained through the exchange can be converted into exclusive gacha points for any gacha. Don't miss out. This is what we needed, guys. This doesn't necessarily make the summons like, you know, good or fair necessarily, but it is way better. It will cut your pity in half. Like, this is perfect. So how it works is you can only use 100 points. Okay, so you can only use 100 points in you can only use 100 points in your summon. So once no matter how many gacha points you have from the gacha point card, you can only feed 100 of those points into any given gacha banner. So let's say, for instance, I have 400 gacha points. 250 is enough for pity, but I can't use all of that. I can't put all those points into a new banner and just automatically buy the new unit. So you would have to put in 100 points and then summon until you get the rest, which is far better. That takes out 30,000 cubes necessary for you to summon. So yeah, it goes from 75,000 to pity on every single banner to 45,000 to pity, which is so much better. But obviously how this works on top of that is if you accumulate 250 points, let's say, or 200 points, if you accumulate 200 points on a gacha and you want to transfer it onto your gacha point card, it only transfers half the points. So if you have 200 points, you can only add 100 points onto your gacha point charge card, which kind of sucks. Of course, we want the max amount of points, but we'll take this over nothing, because for us global players at least, it's been rough. It's been rough until this point. So, yeah, finally, the Gacha transfer system is finally coming into the game, March 14th. It's March, the same as everyone said, that it was going to probably be coming in March, but they were right. And it's definitely a good thing that these guys are coming. So, I wanted to briefly just speak about the fact that Inumaki and Nanami is coming. I know that people are definitely going to want Inumaki at least. Well, probably, if I'm correct anyway. But I feel like that they would, because I sure do. But I just want to remind you guys what we're waiting for, okay? So, this is who we want. This is who we want, and everything is coming very fast. Yeah, everything. The main expansion Gojo will be in the game really fast. And as well as Sukuna. Please, guys, don't forget about the goals. These two are the must-haves. So, if you want to do a few on Inumaki or Nanami, that's up to you. But also, don't forget that this banner will be dropping when Gojo drops, okay? So this will allow you to choose between these characters. So you can choose 3 of each typing. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This is a paid banner. So, of course, for each type banner, you're going to have to use 3,000 paid cubes. But this is just for anyone who is putting a bit of money in the game and does want to get blue Inumaki or Nanami or anything like that. They will come back on this banner when Gojo and those guys drop. So you have a chance to get them here too. So yeah, there's also that. But don't forget about these guys. We have to stay strong for these guys. This is who we're waiting for. Yeah. So don't forget about this. But Gacha point system is coming, and it's exactly what we've been waiting for. Now the summoning isn't gonna feel so damn pointless, if that makes sense. Or at least, you know, it isn't gonna feel as much of a waste. Now, Inumaki, we quickly go over what he does. He is a supporter type. That's what it says there, but he does seem to do a bit of damage himself. His skill 1 at level 10 does 150% taijutsu, and depending on the level of your HP, he will recover HP, with the maximum being 4%. That's if you have 40% or below HP. I mean, he has okay crit rate and okay crit damage. His skill 2, it debuffs the enemy by 40%, so the enemy will take more Jujutsu damage by 40%. It can go up to 50% depending on the target's HP. So the more HP he has, the more debuff it will apply. It also fills Inumaki's ult gauge by quite a bit, 124. Obviously, you're gonna see why you want this in a minute. If a powerful enemy is targeted, so if you're fighting an enemy that is considered powerful, so probably something in tower, then you will be sacrificing this small amount of HP. But he cannot die from sacrificing HP, so that's good. He has a 30% chance, by the way, to recover own HP by 3%. Sorry, I've had to cut so many times on this video because my son is... I'm trying to get this recorded while I'm looking after him, and he's just going off. Like, he's just going off. So yeah, I have to keep cutting, making sure he's not doing something he shouldn't be. But anyways, skill 3, he deals 345% Jujutsu damage to selected enemy, which is pretty good, especially if you apply that debuff and then hit this, it will do some alright damage. He increases the selected enemy's taijutsu damage received, so it also debuffs the enemy too. So it makes the enemy for 4 turns take 27% Taijutsu and Jujutsu damage, especially effective for blue type. So this is gonna pair up nicely with Sukuna. Man, this makes me want him even more. This makes me want him even more because he's gonna be. This guy's gonna kind of be like a staple to have on your blue team. But anyway, he also can sacrifice there, same as the skill above. And there's that. His ult also increases all enemies damage received for Taijutsu and Jujutsu for 4 turns. So he's just debuffing everywhere, and that's by 40% each. And I do believe it's AoE because it says all enemies. Especially effective for blue type attacks, and he deals 1000, almost 500 Jujutsu damage to all enemies, so it is AoE. It also has the sacrifice, but he can sacrifice a lot more on this skill, but he should be fine, and he can't die from it as well. So this is an insane debuff, especially for the blue typing. So you pair him up with Sukuna, and the damage you're going to be dropping is going to be insane. His passive, his auto skill, is Throat Medicine. At the start of battle, he grants HP recovery. So this HP recovery is good because it kind of like combats the HP sacrifice that he requires on most of his skills. At the start of each turn, if own HP is 70% or below and HP recovery status is active, he recovers own HP by 10%. Chance is a 60%. So that is good. That is good. He does seem pretty good. He's that guy that I really want on my blue team. He's gonna be next to Sukuna. Like, that's how I want it. So if I skip him, which I probably will, I will go for him on the paid banner when Gojo comes out. That's what I'll be hoping for. Yeah, so there's Inumaki. Okay, now let's go over Nanami, the second character to be released. His skill 1, Severance, he deals a combined damage of Taijutsu and Jujutsu damage, 90% of each. His skill 2 increases the effect of any Taijutsu damage applied to self. Increases the effect of any Jujutsu damage increase applied to self by 10%. So he busts himself for both by 10%, and he increases his own overall damage by 41% for 3 turns. So that's a good buff, that skill 2 there, to himself. Deals melee combined damage. Okay, skill 3. Sorry, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's just finish this quickly. Deals melee combined damage equal to 230% Taijutsu and 230% Jujutsu to selected enemy. It hits twice, and it increases its critical hit rate by 41% for 3 turns. He can Black Flash on these, by the way, which gives him a 200% increase if he hits that Black Flash. Deals melee combined damage equal to 527 Taijutsu, and the same for Jujutsu to the selected enemy. It hits 4 times, and it has a great chance to crit. And it decreases the selected enemy's critical hit resistance by 45% for 3 turns. The name is Ratio Technique. And his passive is going into overtime. At the start of battle, he recovers own cursed energy by 30%, and he recovers his own cursed energy by 5 every turn. And he also fills own skill gauge by 220, which is crazy. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of ult gauge. When he hits a Black Flash, he increases his Taijutsu and Jujutsu damage by 5% for 6 turns. That's a nice little passive for him to have too, because if you can get him to start hitting a lot of Black Flashes, his damage will just keep going up. And when Black Flash perform, increases in Black Flash rate by 200% for turns. So he is pretty good. I don't think he's necessary. Like, you don't need this guy, but he's pretty good, especially if you like Nanami. Like, he is pretty good. But I just remember, guys, if you are spending any amount of money, if you don't mind spending, they do have, when Gojo comes out, they will have these banners, these type banners that all these characters will be on there. You can choose them and you have a chance to get at least one. But this is the goal, guys. This is the goal. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about the gacha point system finally being implemented. Let me know what you guys think about Inumaki. Let me know what you guys think about the whole thing overall and where the state of the game is. Just comment down below, please. Consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.